why do we do this to ourselves? Why do West Ham make it so hard for themselves? Today I had that feeling like when, you make a cup of tea for somebody and you put the tea bag in, you put the water in, you put the milk in, take it to them. Oh, I actually like mine with sugar. So it's good effort, but it's not the end product. And that's exactly how West Ham were today. Effort was there, but there was nothing to top it off. It has finished West Ham United 0, Everton 1 at the London Stadium. I'm frustrated and a bit annoyed by the result. What I will say is that West Ham's Champions League dreams are over, but the European dream in general is still on. What irks me the most about this performance was the fact that West Ham did do some good, okayish things, yet they didn't convert anything. West Ham gave away a lot of balls to Everton, and Everton just stuck to their game plan. Everton had us completely sussed out. I've not seen a team park the bus against us really all season. Well, not how Everton did it in that game. Everton, defensively solid today. We didn't have the urge, so to speak, to go forward and make chances count. It was kind of worrying now that we have lost 3 of the last 4. It has dented the European dream a little bit, in a way, but it means that West Ham will now have to win the last 3 games to get into Europe. So this is just more and more pressure. Today did not help. West Ham went unchanged from the game against Burnley, and although that was a good thing on paper, in hindsight, looking back at this, I think that Everton saw that and knew what to expect. Everton probably watched West Ham's game against Burnley and saw how West Ham played, noticed how Benrahma, Lingard, Fornals and Lanzini link up, with Lanzini coming from the back, Fornals in the middle and Benrahma going on the wings and cutting inside. Everton sussed West Ham out because of the unchanged lineup, in my opinion. One good thing, on another note, is that there were no longer 2 goalkeepers on the bench for West Ham. So that was something nice to see. The other thing was Diop and Dawson kept their centre-back partnership. Everton had 3 chances to score early on from corners, 2 of whom came off of Thomas Souček. West Ham, on the other hand, tried to create some things but just couldn't pass. And there were a lot of loose balls and loose headers that West Ham were not winning. West Ham weren't getting on the ball. West Ham weren't getting to the ball. I don't think anybody really wanted to get on it as such. And Everton got the ball and went the other way with it. Just West Ham not winning balls and not winning and intercepting those passes did not help. It just allowed Everton to open up more. And when West Ham did go forward, West Ham couldn't get past Everton's defence, especially Ben Godfrey, who was my man of the match, personally, because he was so solid. He kept West Ham silent. Jesse Lingard was poor today. He's been poor in the last few games. Fornals was our best player in the first half as well, because of the way he kept the ball moving. Benrahma had a chance that went off target. I didn't know what to think. There were some good signs, but at the same time I was a little bit worried because Everton were going for this, and I just felt that if anyone was going to score, Everton would do it. Playing with too high of a line and going too far up the field cost West Ham because Everton took the lead, like I just said in the last clip. Godfrey's through pass completely cuts through West Ham. Dawson doesn't do anything to get the ball away, by the way, and Calvert-Lewin fires it under Fabianski. Fabianski doesn't even have enough time to dive properly, but it's already 1-0 to Everton. Like I say, playing with that high line did not help. As soon as Everton got that goal, that was their goal, and then they set up a more defensive structure. I think Luca Dean, Ben Godfrey closed down the wing pretty well. Tom Davies was handling things in midfield. The other thing was West Ham kept coming, but nothing came of it. Antonio, I thought he was fouled in the penalty box when someone nudged into his back, but nothing was given. Fabianski was forced into a save to tip Sigurdsson's free kick over. A lot of corners in this game. Loads of corners. Sigurdsson whipped one in. No, it was off target. That was about it really for the first half. It was 1-0 to Everton. West Ham was still in the game, but our attackers weren't doing enough to attack. Everton kept West Ham quiet, and although chances came for West Ham, crosses came, nothing was happening. And I wanted West Ham in the second half to really kick it up a notch. Not like we did against Burnley, everyone kicked it up a notch. Everyone kicked it down a notch in this first half against Everton. What didn't help in the first half was Manuel Lanzini went off and looks like he's hurt his hamstring. Bowen came on. That's a shame because Lanzini's done really well in the last few games as a holding midfielder. And as soon as Lanzini came off, it seemed like Fornals was going as a centre mid. Souček had no idea what to do. Souček didn't know if he was defending or attacking. So Souček looked a little bit wayward. In fact, Souček in general looks lost without Declan Rice there, because Declan Rice perfectly partners Souček. One does one thing, the other player does the other. Souček had to do two things, defend and attack, and he didn't know what to do. And that didn't help either, that indecisiveness. Another injury came in the second half when Aaron Cresswell looked like he'd hurt his shins. He was getting more and more aggravated with the injury, so Ryan Fredericks came on. And I'm going to be honest, Fredericks is good as a winger and he's good as a wing back, but he offers nothing on that right-hand side of the field when he plays as a right back. He was not even sure if he was going right back or left back because he was all over the place on that side. Chances-wise, Fornals' effort was struck and deflected out for a corner. Also, Bowen, I noticed, dribbled a lot. Bowen had some good work with the ball, but he couldn't get through. Like I say, Everton's game plan was to defend, and Everton defended properly. They set up perfectly for West Ham, because West Ham have been a team that has attacked a lot this season, has been good with a counter-attacking system and moving the ball. Everton nullified a lot of movement of the ball. That is where the game would be won. It was about breaking Everton down. One chance did come in though. Sofal drilled and hit the post, bounced back. Bowen fumbled it on the line and Pickford claimed it. That was the big chance there. And I've criticised Sofal for not taking chances before, but he took it that time to hit the post, and kudos to him for trying, but there was no follow-up and it still looked like it was going to be a day of struggle. When are people going to realise, well not people because I think most West Ham fans know, but when's Moyes going to realise Yarmolenko and Fredericks offer nothing on that side of the field? Yarmolenko was sussed out right away. Luca Dean and Gylfi Sigurdsson got him under cover right away. Why? Because Yarmolenko can only use his left foot. He's got a very weak right foot. Every time the ball goes onto Yarmolenko, he's got it on the left and he's poking it on his left foot, poking it hesitantly. And it frustrates me. It actually makes me nervous when he gets the ball. Because he almost lost it a few minutes after he came on when he was in possession of the ball anyway. If Yarmolenko's at this club next season, I don't know what to say. It shows that the problem's not being fixed on that side of the field. Ben Rama had an alright game, but he just needed to take a couple of chances. I think Luca Dean and Sigurdsson closed the team down a lot. Josh King came on for Everton. He hit the post. He hadn't scored for Everton yet, but typical West Ham would have bloody let him score. Finished 1-0 to Everton. I don't know what else more to say, but it's my overall thoughts of the game, I think, that are more important than the game itself, because West Ham offered very little. And what West Ham did offer didn't make it count. But I just can't help but praise Everton. I can't help but praise Everton, because Everton came with a game plan, stuck to it, and Ancelotti showed why Premier League managers in general are very good, because they're good at adapting to different situations. And Premier League managers, top Premier League managers, can change a team for the better. That's what Ancelotti did today. He absolutely outclassed West Ham with his tactics. The other thing was, from a West Ham perspective, a lot of players today weren't up for it. Diop, not up for it. Dawson, error that led to a goal. Fabianski had a good game. In all honesty, Sofal had a decent game. I don't think I've ever been let down by Sofal. We put on too many midfielders and not enough strike force. There's too many people holding and passing the ball around in the midfield for West Ham and no one to take it forward. So that didn't help either. Lanzini and Cresswell going off did not help. We got Declan Rice and Ogbonna back next week. Rice back in the team. It's going to have to be now Lanzini's injured, possibly. Ogbonna back and get Diop out. In fact, no, Dawson out, because Dawson was at fault for that goal. Yeah, a lot of work needs to be done now. I think top four's over, but European dream is still on. Pressure is on now for West Ham. We have to win these last 3 games. No excuses, no exceptions. I can't help but praise Everton, and I'll say it a lot in this video right now. This is the most compliments that I've ever really given a team, because Everton set up perfectly today. I just can't help but talk about how they set up and did it so right. They did the basics right. West Ham overcomplicated things today. The European dream is still on, but we've got to win these last 3 games and we've got to go all out there now. We can't rely on other teams anymore. It's in our hands. We've got to do it. I know that today, honestly, was not our worst performance of the season. It wasn't like Newcastle on the first game of the season. But my goodness, there was a lot of worry out there today. There were a few worrying signs about some of our players. And I expect them to really step up when we play Brighton, because they're a team that always do one on us. We've not beaten them yet in the league. If you liked the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content. I'll be back next week with Over to You, and I'll be previewing the Brighton game. Thank you very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you all soon.